So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like...
Pele! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
This is the time you need that pace.
Can he get it through?
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So, a breakthrough already. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Roberto Baggio. Muscular approach does pay off here. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Baggio. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Costa Curta. And it's Cannavaro. Maldini. Seedorf. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Brazil finding their passes. That's been intercepted. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Baggio.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Gets a good foot in there. Tries a shot! Mbappe is magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Brazil are back in business! What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Nedved. Mbappe. Seedorf goes for a shot! Goal! Brazil! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Nedved. Takes aim and crosses. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Nedved. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And this is Hullet. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Platini. Cristiano Ronaldo! Now that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nedved. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Hullet. Oh, it's a great ball. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Corinthians are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Maldini clears. That is ended up in no man's land. Vieira. Roberto Baggio. Baggio crosses. Oh, important interception. Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. It's Seedorf. Now it's Hullet. Now Costa Curta, and here's Mbappe. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he thumps it clear. Well, they've got it again. And there is the half-time whistle. Brazil are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Brazil get the second half started. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Berry. But it's Thuram. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that is a little undercooked. That's headed upfield. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Corinthians looking to pass their way through, and he's lost his man here. Good challenge, excellent challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, this looks sharp. It's Pele! Vieira.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pass somewhat off target. Maldini.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bergomi. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. But that has not gone well.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Opts for safety. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Well spotted.
Now it's Nedved. Maldini goes on a run down the left wing. Now it's Hullet. Tries to play it through. And he's whipped it across.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 11.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Ronaldo looking to run onto it. And it's Baggio. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Look at the space here! Cristiano Ronaldo! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now there's a fine ball. Danger averted for now. And he's quick to snatch it back. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Looking for the run. Now it's Shevchenko. Hullet.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Decent chance! Goal! Corinthians! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 7. Camisa
So, time for
17.
changes on both sides, actually. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Khan is there to clear. Turns back here, probably the best option. Brazil will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that has left him in a heap. Maldini clears. Messi. Pullet with a definite foul there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Brazil really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Turan.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. How would you summarise what we've seen today then?